Hi guys, this is Sherry Miller Jolly with Dental Support Essentials. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about account credits on your accounts receivables. Many offices will come across every once in a while a lot of credit balances, an unusual amount of credit balances. And what I'd like to caution you on before you start writing a bunch of refund checks is to actually examine the account and see where the credit balance is coming from. In my experience, when we take on a client and they have a huge amount of credit balances, I see that a lot of times, 90% of the time, it comes from patients who have two insurance companies. And what that tells me almost every time is that a double write-off has been applied after the secondary insurance has paid, and that's incorrect. And the reason that's incorrect is, first, it puts the patient into a credit balance, and the patient should not have a credit balance after secondary insurance has paid. That is called a kickback. That is basically paying the patient to come to the office so that we can get claims from the insurance company. That's incorrect. It's a common mistake that's made because a lot of people don't understand how to apply the write-offs. The second reason that I see credit balances that actually are not true credits is when an office participates in an HMO or a capitation plan where they're getting a monthly stipend from the insurance company. And what happens then is they don't adjust the stipend up to zero. And so then these credit balances start accruing on the patient accounts, and it's not a true credit balance, and it's not due to be paid to the patient. It is part of your contract that you paid for. And so there have been a few times where I looked at an accounts receivable. Most recently, it was when a practice was being sold, and we showed the seller showed the accounts receivable to the buyer, and the buyer said, why do you owe your patient so much money? And it turned out that the practice of how HMO and stipend payments had been applied to the accounts had resulted in false credit balances. False credit balances not only make it look like you collected money and you're holding money that doesn't belong to you, but it also skews your accounts receivables reports. And your totals on your accounts receivables reports and most software will include credit balances. And so sometimes that makes it difficult for you to know what you actually should be collecting every month. So that's another reason to really examine the credit balances. But lastly, if you do have credit balances that are true credits, meaning a patient paid and the insurance paid more than you expected, or a patient paid for a treatment plan and never got the treatment plan finished, you need to check with your state laws. But in most states, you have to give that money back. You have to give that money back after the account has been dormant for a year. And there are many states that have something, usually through the Department of Commerce, called the Department of Unclaimed Funds. But it's how to deal with unclaimed funds. When you cannot locate the patient, you need to then write the check to the state and then declare it as an unclaimed fund and get it off your books. So those are things that you need to know about with credit balances. You can't keep those credit balances on your book, and typically the book earmark for that is an account that has been dormant for a year. Then you need to settle that credit balance back if the money truly belongs to the patient. But most times, in my experience, the credit balance is actually false due to insurance payment procedures being incorrect. I hope this helps you. Thank you, and check us out on dentalsupportessentials.com. Have a great day.